Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name's Adrienne if you're new, and if you're not new, welcome to another type of video on my channel, which are nail videos. I always get questions about the designs that I do and how I do my nails at home, so we're finna get into it. So first things first, we're gonna start picking out our nail tips or forms. Whatever you use is what you use. So I use half tips and I like to actually push them a little bit higher. So the way that y'all see me applying them right now is not how I typically apply them, but I had to cut my nails, my natural nails, significantly shorter because you know, your girl has been doing her sets back to back to back and they have not been wanting to like last, so I've had to put them lower on my nail beds, which gives me what I would like to think is the perfect almond. Y'all know I'm not really used to the perfect almond. I like my little bubble almond shape that I've been doing, but this set really was like just to get me through. So here we are clipping my actual nails down. Like I said, I had to clip them off because they were really weak. You always want to start by clipping off your nails, or like the weakest part of your nail, because if they bend, they are going to break in the exact place that is the weakest, and most of the time that is the middle of your nail, and that's going to hurt. So make sure you clip those off. I am a wee bit under the weather, so please forgive me, but we're going to go in with a regular, what I believe is a regular manicure, basically just taking care of our cuticles and our natural nail, filing off all of the, I call them pieces that don't know if they want to be skin or if they want to be nails. So make sure you get rid of all of those because those will get caught underneath. It can cause ingrowns, it can cause lifting, just a lot of bad things. Okay, so you want to get rid of that. Make sure you clean your nails extra good. This is my first time filming one of these videos, so please excuse the terrible angles and lighting. I typically do my nails late at night when I get bored, so that's why it's kind of dark. But also, I don't necessarily have like the right equipment to film the angles that I want. So if y'all like these videos, make sure you actually like it, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe, so that we can upgrade the equipment and get some real videos going in here, because this is kind of like our test run to see if the girls are really feeling the nails videos, you know? So now that your nails are slightly manicured, because I'm not sure if I'm doing a real manicure, but now that your nails are slightly manicured, you're gonna go ahead and buff them so that they are prepped and ready for the application process. A lot of people prep their nails differently. I like to use alcohol, some type of antiseptic number. So anything higher than, I believe, 78, 79%. I'm not really sure. Don't fact check me. But I like to use a high grade alcohol to prep my nails to make sure that I don't have any bacteria or anything like that before I actually start the application. So now I'm going in straight with the nail glue and the actual tip. I'm using Gel X glue for this just because I wanted them to last a little bit longer. But honestly, y'all, regular glue works perfectly. I feel like using the Gel X method, they actually didn't last as long compared to when I used the regular glue. So use that information as you will. Me personally, I will be going back to regular glue after this set. And it just took a little bit longer to do. Like, doing my nails by myself is already a long process, but doing them with the Gel X glue and having to take time to curate them, it added a lot more time and a lot more struggle, as you can see, to this process. So if you can, just go ahead and use regular glue. Now I like to start to file my nails to form the shape before I start the application of the polygel or hard gel that I use. I like to file beforehand and after just to make sure the shape is as crisp as possible. I like a good stiletto. Y'all know I love a good stiletto, and that's what we are trying to achieve here with this filing. It really does cut down on your filing time towards the end of the process. So yeah, that's why I just go ahead and do this first. Okay, so now your nails are filed and ready, and now you just want to check to make sure everything is the same length. You don't want to proceed if they are not the same length, because girl, that would be a headache to fix in the end. So now I'm just going in with my favorite base coat gel. I love this brand. They have some really good polishes as far as their base coat and their top coat goes. Their top coat is perfection, literally, for an affordable price. It's amazing. So I highly suggest. Plus, all of the things that y'all are looking at right now will be linked in my storefront under DIY Nail Tech. So if y'all are interested, make sure y'all click the link down below. I will also leave links to everything individually down below as well for the girls who may have some of this at home and they only need a few extra things. So what I like to do with polygel, it's a lot easier for me to control if I just put it directly on the nail. So that's exactly what I do. I take a big glob, yes, a big glob, and I just apply it to the nail and I start to work it out that way. I know people who build on their polygel and all that good stuff, and they come out beautiful. It just takes a little bit longer, y'all. This process already takes me about 3 to 4 hours to do on my own. I don't need anything to add to that. So I find that just throwing a big glob on there and working it down gets them to the perfect thickness that I need, and it also helps build up my apex so that they don't break as easily. Like, they are not bendable. I love my nails. I'm rough on my hands, so I have to have a thicker base to my nails. So if you can't tell, you apply it and then you pat and drag. A lot of people say don't drag it. Girl, do what you gotta do, because if you don't drag it, this process will take you 5 ever. So I pat and drag until the tip gets full. Pause. But anyway, I pat and drag until there is overflow. Let's say that, overflow. And then I take the excess of overflow and then I use that to add to my nail base, or like to my cuticle area, so that thickens it up without having to apply more gel. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but every time you want to cure each nail individually, you don't want to wait until the end, because the gel is still very malleable, so it will move. So every nail you cure it for 1:30 seconds. This is a long process, yes, but it's worth it. It's honestly worth it. My nails last me anywhere from a month to a month and a half, but you know me, I get bored whenever my nails hit the month mark. So make sure you cure them in between each step to ensure longevity. Also, another tip that I picked up on as I've been doing my nails, girl, you do not need a slip solution. You can get that bottle of alcohol that I showed y'all earlier and use that as the solution. The alcohol, I find, actually works much better and much easier than the slip solutions that comes with the polygel kits. Yeah, save you some money, baby, and just use the alcohol versus buying different slip solutions. So after you've cured each nail, you're gonna want to cure the entire hand together for another minute, and then this is what you should be left with. This was late at night. I think this was like 4 in the morning, y'all. So I did go ahead and opt out of adding my hard gel to the top like I normally do, which I believe played a part in why they didn't last as long. But if you are gonna take the hard gel way, just go ahead and add it at this time and follow the same steps. You don't have to cure it for 1:30. You just cure it for a minute and you should be good. Now we're into the most tedious part, aside from the application, is the filing, because I am a very anal person when it comes to the shape of my nails. Baby, I need them to be right. I take my time whenever it's time for me to file them, to make sure they're smooth, to make sure the shape is perfect. And then I also decided to switch out my band midway, because this soft band was not doing it. I needed a harder band to actually get down to the grit and file them out evenly. Pro tip, if you are doing a stiletto nail, definitely use your e-file to file your nails versus trying to get the shape together by hand at first. You do want to go in and refine the shape with your hand file, but definitely use that e-file to get the shape first and then go in and perfect it. So I went ahead and polished one hand off camera, and this is what it turned out like. This was actually my favorite hand. I was so upset that I didn't do the exact shape of the French on the other hand, but either way, we move. So now we're about to get into this design process. Of course, we're starting off with some more of that base. You want to use a base coat so that it adheres to the polish and it's not like easily peeling off. I hate when nail polishes peel, which is why I stick to certain brands of polish and why I stick to certain brands of base coats and top coats. I find that these don't collide when they come together. They actually work well together. So use what you have at home, but if you can, get into these products because they work really well, especially for them to be affordable and from Amazon. So this color that I'm using right now is called Nude Pink, I believe. I'm gonna use 2 coats of this nude pink while curing in between. I cure them for a minute each in between. I do not cure individual fingers when it comes to polishing. I actually go ahead and just cure my whole hand at the same time because it's a lot faster to polish than it is to apply the polygel. The designing part for me goes by really fast. For the most part, I like simple nails or, you know, a nail design that doesn't really take very much time. So this right here was a breeze. Again, you're going to cure that, and you want to make sure that you are polishing to where there's no strokes left, because once you cure it, the strokes will last. They will stay in the nail. So make sure when you're polishing you get rid of all those stroke marks and that there are no bubbles or anything like that. So right now I'm just adding a matte coat onto the nail so that the design gel lasts, because I don't believe you can add a design gel onto a regular base coat or anything like that. I'm not really sure. Nail techs, tap in, let me know, because baby, if y'all can help me cut down the time process on this, that would be clutch, okay? But yeah, so from what I know, you do have to add a matte coat before adding designing gel, which is what I did. And then I went ahead and designed my French with the gel, and then I took some of that nail glue and kind of filled in the gap of my French. The chrome that I'm using is a powder and it needs something to attach to, which is why we're using the gel, the nail gel. And this is what it should look like without the chrome powder. The chrome that I'm using comes with these sponges, and so it makes it a lot easier to apply the chrome onto the French tip. But you want to make sure you're doing it to where it's not getting onto your actual base, because it will stick. In the circumstance that you do get some of the chrome onto your actual base of your nail, all you gotta do is take some more of that alcohol. Girl, alcohol is gonna be your savior for this entire process, okay? So just take some more of that alcohol and wipe it off with a nail brush. You're gonna add your top coat, which is the clear. I like to do this in separate sections so that I'm not getting any loose or leftover chrome onto my nail. So I'll do the base of my nail first, I cure that, and then I go back and add the top coat. I really hope this helps somebody. If y'all need more, let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in my next one.